everyone, and welcome to Happy Ending Reads. Today I'm going to be talking about Mimi Mathews' The Lost Letter. This is a clean Jane Austen period romance. What I mean by clean is that there is no sex, no violence. It's something you could read aloud to your kids and not feel embarrassed about. The characters are Sylvia Stamford, whose father was a gambler and left her with nothing after his death, and Colonel Sebastian Conrad, who's a former lover of Sylvia's for a small amount of time. And he was scarred during his fighting in the rebellion of Sepoy. He lives in seclusion now with only his sister and his steward that occasionally look after him and try to interfere. The best way to describe this book is a cross between, or if Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice had a love child with Beauty and the Beast. You have Sylvia, who is the beauty, and then you have Colonel Sebastian, who is the beast, and he is severely scarred on one side of his face from a sword that was beaten, that he was beaten with. And the story goes that Sylvia is working as a governess, and all of a sudden, the Sebastian's sister shows up one day and says, "Hey, I want you to come and stay with us for a week, and we're going to see if you can maybe help my brother feel better and ease some of his pain." Well, Sebastian doesn't know about this, so of course all of a sudden Sylvia shows up. He's not feeling too keen on the idea of having an uninvited house guest, unsure what her motives are, and through the course of a week we see the romance between the two of them go one way or the other. Overall it's a very short book. It's only about 199 pages. I finished this in an evening easily. To me, it kind of felt a little rushed at parts. I felt like the story could have been longer, which is my only complaint about it. It was a very good read, especially if you're a Jane Austen fan. There's a couple of locations that are mentioned in the book that Jane Austen fans will be familiar with, and one of those is Hertfordshire. Probably butchering that. I'm sorry. And overall, the characters it's easy to see them. It's easy to see their locations where they are. It's not thrown at you all of a sudden, like all of a sudden you don't have Mimi telling you this is exactly what Sylvia looks like. You learn piece by piece over time through engaging with her and, seeing her walk into a room or something like that. And you get to become very attached to both characters. You want them to have their happy ending. And it's nice to see a clean romance set in a period that I love, which is Jane Austen's period, the Regency era, and be able to enjoy it without worrying about any kind of violence or you're going to run into a sex scene or anything like that. So those are the kinds of books I like. So Mimi Mathews, The Lost Letter, very good if you're into that kind of thing. And I highly recommend it. It is out now, and I will be reviewing Mimi's next book in my following video, and that one is a bit different than this one. It's maybe not as clean, but it's still fun, and I really enjoy her writing, so hopefully we'll be seeing a lot more of her. Thanks!